All right, it's 3:15. Good to have you with us here on Today. I'm Gareth Edwards in for Dan Moyani this afternoon. Heavy rains and strong winds already causing substantial damage in Cape Town. The Weather Service issuing this orange level 9 warning for parts of the Western Cape. Evacuations also being considered for some communities who are considered to be vulnerable. Let's take you to Kevin Brandt, who's joining us now, eNCA reporter. Kevin, hello to you. Where do we find you at the moment? And give me a sense of what people are doing, because I can see roads blocked around some parts of the Cape Peninsula. Where are you and how bad is the damage, if any?
A very good afternoon to you, Gareth. Extensive damage due to the heavy rains that we've experienced over the past 24 hours and more here within the city of Cape Town Metropolitan. I've eventually made my way to Salaris Pass. It's a community here out in the Somerset West area of the city of Cape Town, where behind me you can see how the streets have been flooded. There's obviously it's attracted now a lot of attention from the youngsters still playing in the water, and the disaster management as well as the traffic officials patrol the area along the N2 as you make your way out of Cape Town. It took us about an hour just to make our way into this very community, as at the foot of the Salaris Pass, that area has been closed by traffic officials, and that has obviously caused a lot of backlog when it comes to the traffic needing to make their way up that area. But here to talk to me a bit more about how the adverse weather conditions have affected him is Jacob Boyson. He's a resident here within the community of Salaris Pass. Jacob, can you tell us how has the heavy rain and the storm affected your house?
It started last night at around about 7:10. And it's starting in my kitchen, and from the kitchen to the bathroom and to the living room. And then between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, the whole house is flooded. And so I lose a lot of stuff in the house. My freezer is not working anymore. And then it moved to my sister's house next to us. And also them, they lose a lot of stuff. So from 3 o'clock, we are taking a lot of water out. And I even called the people of disaster. They sent us some reference numbers, but they didn't come and look at us how the situation is. So even this morning we also called them, but non-stop there was no response from them. And I just finished now with cleaning the house. So hopefully I think they will be stopped. But yeah, I lose a lot of stuff.
Jacob, thank you very much for your insights then, for explaining to us how the storm and the heavy rain has affected him. I'm also joined by Ali Sablaise, the spokesperson for the Gift of the Givers, the humanitarian aid organization. Ali, thank you so much for joining us. Can you just tell me how is Gift of the Givers assisting some of the people who've been affected by the heavy rain and the floods?
We were first called in the early hours of this morning by the municipality, Theewaterskloof municipality, and disaster risk management teams informing us that the Potrivier has burst its banks. Potrivier, Grabouw, Caledon and Rivierzone N suffered severe damages. As we know, part of the N2 has washed away there also. They are requiring urgent humanitarian need, but as you correctly said, the road leading up the mountain to Grabouw is closed off. We just had word now from the traffic officials. They will be escorting our trucks into the area to provide the community members who are all placed in community halls with hot meals, blankets, mattresses, etc. We were then contacted by the Cape Agulhas municipality, who informed us that Pretoria was underwater, some informal structures washed away. And I just got off the phone now with the Breede Rivier municipality, where the deputy mayor said they were praying all day that the river doesn't flow along the Dorens area, as it was right next to the informal settlements. Unfortunately, that water is washing the informal settlement at the moment. There are many structures damaged. There are many locations and informal settlements around the Western Cape that will require urgent assistance. We have split our teams. We have teams busy in the Cape Metropole itself. We have teams busy on the outskirts of the Cape Metropole. We are currently now in Salaris Pass village, where our community members are placed in the wall. We will be assisting them with blankets, mattresses, etc. There afterwards, our teams will be moving into Caledon, Potrivier, and if the roads are accessible, we will be going to Pretoria as well. But in the next few days, we will be trying to assist those many areas that have called.
Ali, can you just elaborate a bit more on the collaboration between Gift of the Givers and the various disaster management authorities here within the metro? Any word from them with regard to injuries? Have any such cases been reported?
There's a very good collaboration. We're working very closely with the Western Cape disaster risk management teams, the Theewatekloof disaster risk management teams, and the relevant authorities who have all come together. We formed a job committee where all the information is being pulled through. I have heard via one of the municipal officials in the Theewatekloof, there was a pregnant mother who suffered a stroke because of the stress of this flooding. That was and we thank God that if we're looking at this extensive of the damages caused, we were expecting much more lives lost, but so far very minimal injuries reported, and the most urgent thing at the moment that requires urgent assistance, and there has been an urgent call out for blankets and sandbags if possible.
Ali, thank you so much for that update for us, and all the best for your interventions in these communities. Gareth, there you've heard from the Gift of the Givers, painting a picture of the extent of the work that they'll be doing together with volunteers, as many of the communities, like the one here behind me, Salaris Pass, heavily affected by the adverse weather conditions. We've also heard from the South African Weather Service that the expectation is that the rainy weather will subside here towards the early evening. But as we've also heard from the City of Cape Town's disaster management team, that while they are busy with the mop-up operations, there's also interventions, and they do still react to a number of incidents still playing out within communities such as Salaris Pass here, where many of the residents have been affected by the adverse weather. But teams such as Gift of the Givers, together with the disaster management officials, are out to ensure that the people who are still making use of the roads today are public holiday. But we've heard from traffic officials also urging motorists to take care when they do drive in the city's highways, but also within the various areas where flooding has been recorded. People also asked to take care there. Gareth?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Not too far away from what looks like a main road at near Salaris Pass as well, closed off for the moment. Kevin Brandt out for us, just recapping some of those areas that are of concern at the moment. Salaris Pass, of course, is one of them where Kevin is, Dodorens as well, Bredasdorp and Caledon. Kevin, thank you very much. Be safe. You and our team out as well. A reminder as well is from the authorities, unless in the Western Cape you need to be out, do not step out of your house at all. It's a situation where if you do find yourself in a sticky situation, you're going to cause more headaches for authorities. So unless you absolutely need to be out on a day like this down in the Western Cape, to rather just stay inside.